When others stop, the discoverer keeps going. You can't map the genome without the guts to try. If science teaches anything, it's that we're never done learning. Every great scientist was once just a curious child. The secret of success? Relentless wonder. Take the leap. Logic will build the bridge. In science, being wrong is just the first step to being right. Be bold enough to chase questions that keep you up at night. Discovery rewards those who persist, not those who wait. The blueprint of life was found because someone refused to give up. Revolutionary science is born from rebellious thinking. Think like a rebel, test like a scientist. Even DNA had its doubters. Keep going. Brilliance is fueled by persistence, not perfection. Real innovation happens when we dare to disobey convention. Stay curious. It's the best kind of intelligence. Never settle for the obvious answer. The unknown isn't scary, it's thrilling. Build your ideas like a double helix, with structure and strength. Science isn't about knowing, it's about seeking. It's not about being right, it's about being brave enough to ask. Let your questions be louder than your fears. Think dangerously. That's where innovation begins. Never trust a comfort zone. It kills discovery. Science moves forward when someone refuses to back down. Be curious enough to disturb the silence. You'll never discover something new by repeating the old. The genome wasn't cracked by hesitation. Great discoveries begin with great curiosity. If you want to find something new, don't follow the crowd. Never be afraid to challenge old ideas with new data. The road to discovery is paved with bold questions. Breakthroughs belong to the brave, not the hesitant. In science, rebellion often leads to revelation. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be passionate. What you believe is possible determines what you attempt. The best science happens when you take risks. Ideas become discoveries when courage meets evidence. Don't wait for permission to explore the unknown. Big science needs bold minds. The double helix wasn't found by playing it safe. Question everything, even your own assumptions. A curious mind is a scientist's greatest tool. Science favors the relentless over the cautious. Push past doubt. That's where discovery lives. If others laugh at your idea, you might be on the right path. Stand on the shoulders of giants, but reach further. Ignorance is the beginning of discovery, not the end. You don't discover DNA by coloring within the lines. The future belongs to those who challenge the impossible. Daring to be different is the scientist's superpower. Knowledge grows when fear shrinks. In every failed experiment lies a hidden success. The key to progress is questioning what we think we know. Nothing changes until someone questions everything. Truth in science doesn't care about your ego, only your evidence. Genius is often just obsession that never gave up. You don't need certainty, just the courage to explore. What you dare to question defines your legacy. Push boundaries, then redraw them. True discovery begins with not knowing. The next big idea might sound crazy at first. Pursue it anyway. In science, doubts are fuel, not flaws. Your questions are more important than your grades. Don't just learn facts. Challenge them. Be the mind that sees what no one else notices. Be willing to make mistakes. They map the path to genius. Every rule in science was meant to be tested. Complex problems need simple, fearless thinking. Progress doesn't follow straight lines. It twists like DNA. The future of science belongs to the stubbornly curious. Refuse to settle for surface answers. It's not about being the smartest. It's about being the boldest. You don't need all the answers to begin. Challenge the dogma. That's how breakthroughs happen. A scientist's job isn't to agree, it's to explore. Fail fast, learn faster. Ideas evolve, but only if you let them breathe. You won't change the world by thinking like everyone else. One radical idea can rewrite science. Be the one who says, "What if?" When others stop at impossible, you start digging. Doubt can lead you to truth if you're brave enough. Don't wait for approval. Discovery doesn't ask for permission. The best discoveries feel like madness before they make sense. No one finds a helix by walking in circles. Invent, explore, disrupt. Science is rebellion with evidence. Always assume the world is hiding more than it shows. The boldest minds leave the deepest marks. Dream beyond your microscope. Ask the questions no one else will dare to speak. Progress is just persistent doubt dressed as data. What makes you different might make you a discoverer. Ruin the routine. Start a revolution. Don't follow steps. Build new ones. Even a failed experiment pushes science forward. Intelligence questions, brilliance acts. Being unpopular is often the first sign of being right. Be remembered for the questions you asked, not the rules you followed. Invent, explore, disrupt. Science is rebellion with evidence. Always assume the world is hiding more than it shows. The boldest minds leave the deepest marks. Dream beyond your microscope. Ask the questions no one else will dare to speak. Progress is just persistent doubt dressed as data. What makes you different might make you a discoverer. Ruin the routine. Start a revolution. Don't follow steps. Build new ones. Even a failed experiment pushes science forward. Intelligence questions, brilliance acts. Being unpopular is often the first sign of being right. Be remembered for the questions you asked, not the rules you followed. Innovation starts when you stop fearing mistakes. The DNA of success is built from bold ideas. Real scientists break barriers, not rules. Think deeper. That's where the answers hide. Your curiosity is your compass. Follow it relentlessly. History remembers those who challenged what was known. Revolutions in science start with quiet questions. Big answers require brave hypotheses. Never underestimate the power of a good question. If it scares you, it might just matter. Explore not to confirm, but to discover. When logic ends, curiosity begins. Progress in science comes from those who refuse to give up. Think with passion. Test with precision. Don't fear complexity. Unravel it. The edge of knowledge is where magic happens. Every cell has a secret. Go find it. You don't need a lab coat to be a visionary. Good science isn't safe, it's daring. Let your failures fertilize future discovery. In science, discomfort is growth. The molecule doesn't lie, listen to it. Seek what's hidden, not what's obvious. Create questions the world never thought to ask. The formula for discovery: courage plus evidence. Your next breakthrough might be one experiment away. Even chaos holds patterns. Go decode them. Don't silence your wonder. Amplify it. Every great theory begins as an unpopular opinion. Truth doesn't fear being tested. Be addicted to solving the unknown. You can't rewrite biology without daring to disrupt it. The impossible is just undiscovered science. Real discovery demands real discomfort. Facts are starting points, not finish lines. The beauty of science lies in not knowing yet. Stay foolish enough to imagine and smart enough to prove. No one ever won a Nobel by staying comfortable. Follow evidence, not approval. Don't echo, invent. A single brave idea can change every textbook. The human genome didn't unlock itself. Someone asked how. Build ideas like structures, strand by strand. Find a pattern others ignore. To change the world, first question it. Your DNA is unique, so should be your thinking. Every pioneer starts with a wild theory. Don't wait for inspiration. Chase it like data. Silence is the space between breakthroughs. The best minds don't accept limits. They rewrite them. The best way to predict the future is to decode it. Never underestimate a wild hypothesis. The truth is hidden in patterns. You can't discover anything from a comfort zone. Seek answers no one dares to ask. Your doubt is the starting point of knowledge. Don't follow trends. Start revolutions. Think in mutations. Act in transformation. Science isn't about agreement. It's about evidence. Complexity is just undiscovered simplicity. Challenge the gene. Change the world. The double helix wasn't polite. It was powerful. The biggest breakthroughs are born from bold questions. Observe without fear. Genius is just extreme curiosity in action. Be so good they can't ignore your data. Always add one more layer of analysis. Run the experiment no one dares to run. Run toward what you don't understand. Stop waiting for permission to think bigger. Lead with logic. Follow with passion. Every theory deserves a challenge. Use precision as your weapon. Don't fear criticism. Fear being average. Knowledge is only dangerous when left unexplored. Celebrate unanswered questions. Stay hungry for complexity. Being wrong is a step forward. Think like evolution, adaptive and relentless. Trust your results, not your reputation. Be the DNA of change. The map to discovery is drawn in risk. Keep your methods sharp and your mind sharper. Dig deeper than your peers. Keep the bar high and your ego low. Let science be your rebellion. Shake assumptions until they fall apart. Turn skepticism into fuel. Be relentless with your reasoning. Biology isn't static. Neither are you. Master the art of productive failure. Think systemically. Work molecularly. The scientist's job is to stay curious forever. Real knowledge begins when ego ends. Use logic like a laser. Think at the speed of molecules. Study life. Change it. Read between the base pairs. The nucleus holds secrets. Unlock them. Make your lab your kingdom. Find patterns where others see chaos. Let your passion mutate into discovery. In every drop of doubt, seek a molecule of truth. Keep pushing. The gene didn't stop evolving. Why should you? Make your curiosity louder than your critics. Don't just break rules, write new ones. No hypothesis is too risky, only untested. Data is the voice of nature. Be unafraid of scientific loneliness. The future is built on rogue ideas. Change comes to those who sequence it. Explore where science hasn't dared. Don't just do research. Make it unforgettable. Push boundaries until they become your tools. Your legacy begins with a question. Let molecules shape your vision. You weren't born to fit in. You were born to map new genomes. The best scientists are relentless. Decode, disrupt, discover. Say yes to what scares you intellectually. The sharpest minds cut through dogma. Don't chase prizes. Chase paradigm shifts. If they call you arrogant, you're probably thinking too boldly for them. Defy convention with precision. Curiosity is the currency of transformation. Discover truth, even if it's inconvenient. Stand where others retreat. Let your ambitions spiral like DNA. Ask, test, and repeat without fear. The smartest person in the room might be the most obsessed. Make your failures a foundation. Intelligence grows through discomfort. Comfort zones are barren fields for discovery. Even the smallest mutation can change history. Science favors the restless mind. Mastering failure is mastering science. Nothing radical was ever born from silence. Discovery is built on asking what others avoid. Hypothesize like a rebel. The nucleus doesn't care about your pride. If you're not changing things, you're repeating them. Better to be wrong in pursuit of truth than quiet in fear of it. Scientific courage is contagious. Your brain is more powerful than any machine. Use it fully. Don't play by old rules in a new world. Stop waiting for permission to be brilliant. Live in questions. Risk is part of replication. Refuse to be average in a world of potential. Let your methods be sharp and your curiosity sharper. Theory without courage is empty. Let your failures become fossils of progress. Revolution is a lab process. Never settle for what's known. The more you learn, the bolder your questions must become. Nothing is sacred except the search for truth. Think molecular, but dream in galaxies. Every molecule contains a miracle. The bravest minds do not fear null results. Learn fast. Question faster. Be bold enough to embarrass your past self. Think at genetic scale. Stay allergic to mediocrity. Respect nature, but don't fear it. The unknown is a playground for the daring. Mindset evolves like genes. Select wisely. Don't document, discover. Become a force in your field. Predict the unthinkable. The world needs more dangerous ideas. Assume nothing. Test everything. Start every day with a hypothesis. Craft your own Nobel moment. Knowledge is a moving target. Chase it. Think deeply. Act decisively. The greatest minds are often doubted first. Keep disrupting. Let your data speak louder than tradition. The microscope doesn't lie. People do. Breakthroughs require broken rules. Every gene tells a story if you dare to read it. Fear is the enemy of discovery. Stand alone if you must, but stand with truth. Don't follow the lab coat. Follow the logic. The world doesn't reward the cautious. It rewards the curious. Find elegance in molecular chaos. If your idea makes them uncomfortable, you're onto something. Innovation isn't born from agreement. Refuse to be intellectually domesticated. In science, audacity is often accuracy waiting to be proven. Revolution doesn't knock, it mutates. The DNA of discovery is discomfort. Change starts with one brave question. The most important molecule is your mindset. Say what others won't. Test what others fear. Greatness requires discomfort and a microscope. The human genome isn't perfect, and neither is the process of learning. Bold science changes laws, natural and human. Don't whisper to truth, shout it with data. Curiosity writes the future. Ask until the world shakes. Knowledge that comforts rarely innovates. The truth is often found where no one's looking. Genius thrives in discomfort. DNA never sleeps, and neither should your ambition. If your science isn't challenged, it's not science yet. Take the data personally. The deepest insights are inconvenient. Don't ask what works. Ask what's true. Find patterns in the noise. The edge of knowledge is jagged. Question your mentors. They'll respect you more. Don't stop at understanding. Redefine. Push your hypothesis until it screams. There is genius in not fitting in. You weren't born to agree. You were born to understand. Be the exception to the equation. Break data, not spirits. Every paradigm started as a crazy idea. The status quo is just a theory waiting to be replaced. You won't find a future by walking backward. Use intellect like fire, precisely and powerfully. Even legends begin with confusion. Stay irrationally committed to reason. Think like DNA, spiral upward. Complexity is a symptom of unexplored simplicity. Be curious enough to be inconvenient. When in doubt, experiment. Turn frustration into formulation. Theory is just practice in disguise. You have permission to think differently. Use it. Be the enzyme for change. Turn chaos into a chemical equation. If the answers aren't there, build a question better. The smartest minds also ask the dumbest questions. Think faster than fear. Curiosity never dies. It evolves. Let data ruin your assumptions. Stop proving others wrong. Prove something right. Explore even when the map says here be dragons. Truth makes enemies. Be ready. No molecule is too small to matter. Don't follow the path. Sequence your own. The world doesn't need more certainty. It needs more discovery. Hypothesis is hope in a lab coat. Every why not is a doorway. Thinking small never discovered DNA. Biology isn't still. Neither are you. The only way out is through uncertainty. Demand evidence, especially from yourself. Follow what's true, not what's trending. Be fluent in failure. It's the language of discovery. No innovation ever came from fear. There is poetry in precision. Your mind is the best lab you'll ever have. Ask what no one is brave enough to ask. Greatness requires mutation. Never trade novelty for safety. Replicate rigorously. Think wildly. Be skeptical, not cynical. If everyone agrees, it's already outdated. Knowledge expands in moments of doubt. Make the impossible measurable. A theory tested is a theory alive. Progress is discomfort made productive. Science is a rebellion against ignorance. Defy assumptions. Define the future. Be an anomaly on purpose. Keep asking what if. Honor truth, not titles. The most powerful variable is curiosity. Turn reaction into research. Comfort kills questions. If it's never been done, you're on the right path. Chase the unexplained like a predator. Think in chemical equations. Speak in clarity. Don't fear being wrong. Fear being irrelevant. Science evolves one heretic at a time. You don't need permission to begin. Study nature until she tells you a secret. Logic is beautiful when fearless. Disrupt gently, but persistently. Even chaos has code. The best breakthroughs begin with obsession. A petri dish is a battlefield. Keep your brain in motion. Make your life a long experiment. The more you learn, The weirder the world gets. Good. Think like a rebel. Prove like a professor. Don't waste time being brilliant quietly. Question everything, especially the easy stuff. Stay closer to facts than fame. New paradigms require old ones to fall. Collect failures like data points. Study hard. Challenge harder. The most dangerous idea is the one you refuse to test. Think cellular. Impact global. There's no Nobel Prize for playing it safe. Tear down intellectual laziness. Prove them wrong by being right, over and over. Unleash your inner hypothesis. Think without borders. If you want to be remembered, do what's unforgettable. Every neuron has potential. Use them all. Ask questions that make people nervous. Science doesn't bow. Honor the process. Challenge the result. Truth grows best under pressure. Forget fame. Aim for impact. Shake hands with uncertainty. Ask why until it hurts. Reality is always more complex and more interesting. Let your intellect be infectious. If it matters, measure it. Be stubborn for evidence. Research is resistance to ignorance. Find wonder in the wildest problems. You can't solve tomorrow's problems with yesterday's methods. Lead with proof. No one remembers the quiet genius. Be loud with logic. Learn everything. Believe selectively. Make discovery personal. Prove yourself to yourself. Think against the grain, but align with the facts. Trust your data, not their doubts. Predict the next century. Turn confusion into clarity through inquiry. Don't edit your brain. Explore it. Do science like it matters, because it does. Greatness isn't gifted. It's ground out of evidence. The unknown is fertile ground. Ideas deserve experimentation. Be bold, not reckless. Dissect ideas with discipline. If it's easy, it's probably already done. Think deep. Dive deeper. Repetition refines revelation. See failure as functional. The next chapter of science is yours. In the beginning was the question. Science is both art and assault. Let results destroy opinions. Here are 100 motivational quotes that not only inspire, but also prove that words have the power to change the way we think, feel, and act. Hopefully, after watching this, you feel stronger, more confident, and more ready to face life's challenges. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss out on more inspiring content. Because every day deserves to start with passion and powerful motivation.